But little mod, yes it's me, and today I'm gonna show you how to make an emotional Peachy Bomb strike in an MMS. It's been a while since I've said that, isn't it? I know, but I'm still too focused on my little Beachbug remixes to make a song right now. But, a few days ago, Anthony's Tunes, shout out to him, published a Future House remix he did of Beautiful Now by Zed. And I absolutely had to add my sausage onto it, and therefore I flipped it from an aggressive Future House song to an emotional Peachy Bombs one. And when I asked you all if you wanted the tutorial out of it, most of you all said yes to it, so here we are. Also, you can get this MP that project right for in the description if you want to get it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So the idea I had was that I was only going to flip the drop. And to start off, I've changed a little bit the composition. It's written the same all the time and the melody was very moving and also repetitive. So I changed that to be more groovy with some upbeat notes and some octave jumps on the bass line. And here's the comparison. Now let's talk about the lead. For the lead, I used some soul layers, some top kick and percussions for more punch, and some white notes to fill up the frequencies. Next, I've done some little pitching within the piano roll to make the melody more emotional. Then I did some effect to beef up the sound. The next thing that I did was this shrub and delay automation, as well as this little reverse LFO lead. And lastly, the famous Whistler 2, that was obligatory. Next, let's talk about the bass. I added a few powerful layers as well as a piano bass to fill up the mid to low end. With a little sub bass underneath. And here's how I process the mid bass and sub bass separately. And here as well, every mid bass and sub bass layer is controlled by this pitch automation. I also added this bookcase to bass to act as a reverse LFO bass to complement the reverse LFO lead. And lastly, to reinforce the bassline, I did this brass and growl shot. The last melodic thingy to talk about is the chorus. I've added 2 pianos, 3 triple oscillator presets, and a synth shot to level up the chord stack. And then nothing really going on with the chords, just some simple processing and a little reverb automation. And of course, I can't forget about my little chord feel. Lastly, the only thing left to talk about is the Johnson effect that I'm gonna show you right now. And as a bonus, I added an impact with a down lecture to go along the original build-up. And I created a custom little field to transition better into the drop. And there we go, that was all the elements of the track. But before we listen to the final product, I want to say thank you for watching. If you appreciated this little tutorial, like, share, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And if you want some more sounds added to the collection, I suggest you to check out my free game sample pack called Jazz Sound Edition Volume 1 that just came out a few days ago. Link in the description. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I see you in a few days. Be blessed. Au revoir.